Hello! Today we're going to demonstrate how we load a quilt onto our long arm quilting machine. So here is a quilt top, and I believe that you guys made a quilt top in school. So I'm going to show you the back. How we've got all our seams are all nicely pressed down so it's nice and flat. This one's on the edge so it's a little bit different, but all the others are flat and out, and that'll make for a nice, there'll be no lumps or bumps in the finished quilt. So everything's pressed flat, and then we lay it out across the machine. This is a roller, so this goes like this, and I can pull it down, and I can roll it up. And for what we're doing, we flip it over this way. And I've already started it because it takes a while. And we put the quilt top onto the roller. I line it up with the zipper. And I start pinning it. We have this cool magnetic pin holder so it sticks to the other roller. And we start pinning. And you try to pin about the same distance every time so that it won't pull the fabric in differently. You want it to all be fairly even. So I pin and I go along. Takes a minute. Okay, so once we've pinned this on, we are going to roll it. This is our quilt top, and we're going to roll it up on this bar, and then we will load the backing on to the bar over there. I might be pinning it a little close. I tend to do that. Doesn't want to go through. That pin does not want to go through there. I think I'll come to the end and make my way back. I don't know if the pin was dull or if I hit some kind of bump. Okay, this is not perfect, but I was doing it quickly. Then we lay the quilt down. Same all over. And then I'm going to hold it in the middle. I was going to roll it up the wrong way. Okay. And I'm going to start rolling it, although I need to take this pin out so I don't poke myself. We had a pin marking the middle. That's the other thing. When we load up the quilt top, we mark the very center of the quilt, and we have the center marked right here on our machine also, so that we can start it in the very center, so there's room on either side. And then we start to roll it. And as I roll it, I'm going to smooth it onto the bar. And the way I'm going to know if it's right is this seam will hit the same place on the bar all the way along the quilt. And the edges will line up also. See how my edge, here's the one underneath it, here's the one on top. And so the seams should line up, and the edges should line up. And that's how I know I'm doing it evenly, is if they do. if they don't, see, I'm using my fingers to smooth and kind of move the fabric just gently. I'm careful not to pull at these seams and separate them, but I am moving the fabric, but I'm not moving it at the seam. I'm just moving it along because it was a little bit uneven. Now I'm even again. And I just keep smoothing and rolling until the whole top is up on this bar. And when everything's on this bar, I'm almost there. Then I'm going to load the back. So I've got the, oops, see that I started to pull on the seam. You don't want to do that. Okay, so my quilt top is on there. Then I'll show you this one. This bar's the same situation where I've got this roller bar, and this bar is, you'll see why later, but this is the bar that I'm going to put the back on. And so I pull it up like this, and I'm going to flip it over so that I can come to this side and have a nice edge to load the back onto. And we're going to do another, we're going to stop this video and we're going to do another because we need to prepare the back. It has to be ironed and ready before we can load it.